A very good morning. Welcome back to all the viewers tuning in. Back live with another action-packed game. This time it's Bangladesh 11 taking on Nepal 11. So Mahmoud Hassan into the attack, and he's being faced by Pankaj Chand, who goes down the ground and cut off by the fieldsman at long off. He comes back for a couple. Games keep coming thick and fast here at the Embassy Cup T10 2025. Mahmoud Hassan has been guided beautifully towards the third man region, and that's going to be the opening boundary for Nepal. Just eased off the front foot, and Nepal are away. It wasn't too bad a delivery. Sheer timing on that occasion. The viewers joining in. This is the Embassy Cup T10 2025 being played here in Japan. We're coming to you live from the Sano International Cricket Ground. Nepal did feature in the first game of the tournament. Got the better of the Great Britain 11. It chases after that one and goes over the infield. Touch and go maybe. And that's gone all the way for the second boundary of the over. So 10 already on the scoreboard. We've still got a ball to go in the first over. Desperate effort. And they couldn't quite prevent the boundary. This time towards the onside. Has a shy at the stumps, but the batsman was well within his ground. So that's the end of the first over. It's 11 without loss, Nepal. The tournament being played under the patronage of Japan Cricket Association. We've done exceedingly well in the recent times in terms of the game development in this part of the world. paving the way for the youngsters to take the sport at a very early age and have provided with the right sort of resources. Start as early as 12 with the cricket blast under various age groups from under 15, under 19, going all the way to the senior level. That has been caressed away towards the offside field once again. 4 more added to the total. Pankaj Chand is off to a flyer here. Short and wide on the back foot and towards that gap between the backward point and the short third. He scored 27 in the first game, Pankaj Chand. The highest score in that run chase in the very first game of just 15 deliveries with 4 fours and a 6, striking at 180. Was eventually out bowled by Lewis. And again, short. Wanted to heave it towards the offside, couldn't quite get the connection. This time cheekily done, using the pace of the bowler and guiding it towards the third man region. Another 4. And this is good batting. Already 4 fours for Pankaj. And it's a good start for Nepal in this second fixture of theirs. Bangladesh, beg your pardon, played Australia. That was the second game. He goes over the infield this time and might have taken a bounce on his way through. It looked like for a moment that it went on the full towards that mid-off fieldsman who's making the move towards his left. Played their first game early on in Bangladesh against the combined Australia-New Zealand 11. Restricted them to 72 in their stipulated 10 overs and then went on to chase that in 8.1 with just 3 wickets down. So end of the second over here, it's 20 without loss. We've got 4 games today, 4 tomorrow. 8 teams, 8 fixtures. Games keep coming thick and fast. And this time, through the arm. Pushed in a touch quicker. He's faced bulk of deliveries and Margaret at this point in time hasn't got off the mark as yet. Rocks into the back foot. Tries to access that onside field. And couldn't quite get the timing right on this occasion. And that's what he's got to do. Face as many deliveries as he possibly can. He's tracking the ball really well. Just dabs it towards the cover region and will scamper across for a single. Or Shimal, the bowler, goes towards the mid wicket. There's a fielder stationed there. Will only be a single. And this time towards the offside, well over the fieldsman and well into the boundary. Another 4 added to the total. Another 4 for Pankaj Chand. I was got him. I couldn't quite figure out if that ball had hit the stumps. It did eventually. And that brings the downfall of the first wicket. Abhaya is the man who departs, goes after scoring 5 runs in 4 deliveries, and that comes to the end of the third over. It's 27 for 1. Yeah, the umpire signaling the change in the field restrictions. It's a 10-over game. We've got the restrictions for 3 overs. The umpires for this game, Shivraj Shivakumar and Mumtaz Alam. The ball evades everyone, and that should allow them to come back for a couple. Easily done. Now Sharia Nabeen is the new man in. Kaish Khan into his second over. None for 9 so far. Stabs it forward and wanted to get across. Was it too close for comfort? And slogs it towards the long on fieldsman. It's been a decent start. In proper cricketing strokes, nothing out of the ordinary so far. It's straight back. I'm not quite sure if he got something to that. But they get across for another couple. So 5 runs in the first 4 legal deliveries here. It takes the aerial route this time. And again, no timing. I've got fielders out there in the deep. I've got a long on, long off, a deep mid wicket. A touch fuller. It doesn't get bat on ball this time. So that's the end of the over. 4 gone. It's 33 for 1. And Kaish Khan finishes off with the figures of none for 13 in his 2. Paul won the toss and elected to bat first. They've done once chasing the total in the first game. Lost the toss in that fixture. And here, deciding something different. Runs on the board is going to be crucial. 10 overs. I want to make sure they get as many as they possibly can. He's come back for a second. And that is gone. It was a very powerful throw from out there in the deep. Yes sir, no. And eventually that brings about his downfall. It was flat, it was quick, right on top of the stumps, and the wicket-keeper making sure it just launches the bails in a flash. So number 2 gone for Nepal. Well set man, Pankaj Chand is out for 24 of 19 deliveries with 4 fours. They've been pretty active in the field. They haven't given anything away in these 4 overs. And a brilliant run out of the danger man who's been batting so well and scored in 20s in the 2 innings he's played so far. The club's away towards mid wicket, taken on the bounce. Another strong throw from the deep. It's ball into his field. Araj Shimul. He's got man out there protecting the boundary for all those big shots. They need to get a move on here. And scoring at 7.66 in over. Bangladesh. We've seen how strong they are as a batting unit. Another one completed. 5 done. 38 for the loss of 2 wickets. So both the openers back in the hut. Acharya have been batting 5 and 5. Kiran Rawal has joined him. He's off the mark in the first delivery he faced. Mehmet Hassan has bowled the first over, conceding 11. And Kayesh Khan, 2 overs for 13 runs. And Shimul has bowled his 2 out, 11 runs and a wicket. And that's the projected score. The way they are going about with their business at the moment, they'll end up getting 76. 9 in over will take them to 83. And that is something they would be fancying from here on. You never know, one good innings can change the complexion of the game. Here comes the first ball. Wide down the leg side, missed by the keeper. We'll get across, adding one more to the tally. Make it 2. One of these two will have to step up, try and go after the bowling. We've just got 5 more left. A touch short and wide, and wide given, rightly so. Takes his left leg out of the way and is trying to access that onside field. And this time he connects. Has he got enough? He's got a maximum. What a shot that was. Pitched up in his arc. And he gives the ball a full Monty. And clears his left leg out of the way again and launches that one in the air. You can only stand and admire. And this time towards the offside, takes the leading edge in the air and taken. Safe as houses. Tries one shot too many, and that's brought about his downfall. Shaurya Nabeen goes for a nice little cameo, scoring 12 of 8. Nepal losing their 3rd wicket, 47 on the board. Plays it towards the offside. Does a bit of a footballing. In comes a throw. And back for a comfortable second. It's good running. Putting the pressure on the fieldsman. There's a misfield, all right, but they still got to convert those, and they did that perfectly well. Good coordination between Kirky and Raval. Plays that uppishly in the air and gets across for another one. It's good batting. Keeping the scoreboard ticking. Three extras in the over and a 6. Make it 9 plus 2, 12, 11 already. And it's just been 3 legal deliveries so far. Tucked away beautifully. It'll only be a single this time. It's going to be another wide down the leg side. Kirky Robin and Kiran Raval both ended up in single digits in the first game they played this morning. A chance here to try and showcase their abilities. Goes airborne, just clears the infield. Should come back for a second. Was trying to eye for a third one there. It wasn't available. Six completed. It's 54 for 3. Going at 9 and over. Looks like it's going to be Amjad to bowl his first over. Raval, the man on strike. 2 and 2 for him. They would want to make sure they have good 4 overs in the back end of the innings. Nepal, maybe add another 40, 45 from here on. Can they do it is a big question. They've got the batting to do it. It doesn't come with the meat of the bat. They've got a fielder out there on the offside, back deep. Bowling well according to the plan. They've got 2 fielders out there on the leg side. There's a long on in place. Mid-off is up inside the circle and a sweep a cover. Goes Amjad. And in the air. Through the covers. 4 runs. Karki getting into the act. Gets a boundary. He's pitched up and decides to go through with the shot. It's taken the score to 59 now for the loss of 3 wickets. Still in the early parts of the 7th over. They're trying their best to unleash themselves now on the bowlers. Still have to try and hit those right lengths. Don't provide the batsman with too much width. Curtail the extras is going to be of vital importance for the bowling side. Making those adjustments towards the offside now. Got the fine leg up inside the circle. A full toss. Half decent stop. It's going to be a single. There's always alert for a second there, just in case if there's a misfield. Decent batting. It's got the boundary. Has taken the single and has gone towards the non-striker's end. And that brings Raval back on strike. Just glides it away towards the third man. Another one added to the tally. And doesn't get right at the meat of the bat. I'm talking about the development of the game in this part of the world. The Japan Cricket Association been doing a fabulous job for this beautiful game, paving the way for the youngsters eager to learn, starting from the tender age of 12, and organizing the tournaments under 12 category, under 15, under 19, and the seniors, the players who play at the Big Bash also come from this region. And with the addition of cricket to the LA Olympics, might just do wonders for the game, for a lot of people, a lot of locals to get involved with cricket. Not just for the men, it's for the women as well. It's in the air, circling underneath it. Back for two. And down the track, taken in the full. Through the carpet. In the air. And the ball falls in no man's land. And that's good running. They're back for two. I'm not quite sure if they're waiting for the third man to charge from deep down. And in the end, nobody gets to the end of it. There's Mohammad Sohag. It goes down the ground this time in the air and beautifully taken at long on. Easy as you like. They got the elevation, but not the distance this time. Mohammad Sohag is pitched up. Lacked power behind that shot. And that has brought about his downfall. Fielded at point, and in comes a throw. Looking for a second one there. It was quite close for the bowler to retrieve. A swing and a miss. Again, a swing and a miss. I wanted to skittle across for a bye there, but the wicketkeeper had taken his glove off just to make sure he doesn't get to face the next over. So that's another over completed. Maneuvers the offside field. Misfield down at the third man region allows them to come back for a second. Was there a chance for a third? Decides against it. Again, the idea is right, but the execution is letting him down at the moment. He wants to go after the bowling. And rightly so. It's a 10 over game. And this time he connects. Has he got hold of that? He has eventually. He's gone all the way for a maximum. Was pitched in the slot and a couple of steps down. Gives a shimmy and launches that one. Goes towards the same area once again, and this time finds himself a boundary. Karki Robin and down the track he comes and swings at it. Misses the line of the ball completely and ends up in a dot ball. So that's the over completed. We've got 2 more to go. Nepal are conjuring something out of this fixture. Can they finish on a bright note in the first innings? Gets across for a quick single. They've got themselves to 80. Has launched that one in the air. The keeper is running backwards. They come together and in the end, the ball hits the turf. Back for another couple. It's quite difficult to catch those out of the blue skies. The keeper had to go for it. Was circling underneath it in the end. Not quite sure if the communication was right, if the calling was right. and gets grasped in the process. Down the wicket he comes again and scoops one in the air. Another swing and a miss, running through for a bye. There's an appeal from the bowler, maybe for the obstruction of the field. It was definitely not in the way between the stumps and the throw coming in from the wicket keeper. He had stumps to aim at. Oh, that's a beautiful connection. And just over the infield. It looked like for a moment he had got the height and the distance. In fact, ended up getting more elevation on that. So that's the over number 10 completed. And that come to the end of Nepal's innings. We'll get the confirmation on the target for Bangladesh when they come out to bat in a bit. And it's been a very good end to the innings for Nepal. They look like struggled in the middle part or the lower middle part of it. But then in the end, in the last 3 overs, did manage to score some boundaries and get some sort of respectability to the total. Right back for the run chase. Outcome. The players all set for the start of the second innings. Both these sides have won their first game this morning. Bangladesh beating the combined Australia-New Zealand 11, and Nepal getting the better of the Britain 11. For all the viewers who are tuning in just now, this is the Embassy Cup 2025. It's a T10 format being played across 2 days. We are coming to you live from the Sano International Cricket Ground here in Japan. It's a false start for the bowler. Just making sure he gets things right. The first ball wanted to carve it away towards the offside. A shot pulled away in the air. Fielder takes it quite comfortably. The first wicket goes down for Bangladesh. And Nepal has started this defense on a very good note here. A shot of a length was onto the back foot, but didn't quite get in a position to pull that one. Making a move from mid-on. Judges that one pretty easily in the end and patches that pretty safely. Just the kind of start Nepal would have liked. It's kind of a format. All you got to do is keep picking up wickets. Don't let the opponents get away with it. A couple of good overs can just turn the shape of the game. That is something you don't want to happen. On the money. Right sort of line and length. Just tapping it towards the point region. The non-striker wanted to set off for a single straight away. Wasn't there. And down the leg side, an easy call for the umpire. Wide given, and Bangladesh are away. Tries to pull. Has that taken something on his way through? The bowler was up in arms. Again, not getting the connection. It's a good start to the over. A couple of dot balls wide and a wicket. In the slot. Into the gap, but there is a fielder down there. It's got a fielder out there in the deep for that heave towards the mid-wicket region. And third man goes back. Mid-off, mid-on, up inside the circle. Here he goes. Driven and that's dropped. Carried to him on the full. Was always on the move towards his left side and couldn't quite grab hold of that one in the end. So that's the first over gone. A couple of singles and a wicket in that over. A swing and a miss. Wide given by the umpire. I have to get a couple of boundaries away. Just want to make sure that required run rate doesn't keep building on. And short and wide, gets it through the gap. And that's going to be the first boundary. It's onto it in a flash. And giving ample room towards the batsman. And once it beats that infield, it's always going to be in that direction. And again, similar length, it stutters across. They're caught right in the middle of the pitch there. But eventually, the misfield allowing them to come back for a second. And chasing 88. The 2 overs completed. Getting themselves into a decent groove now from Bangladesh after losing a wicket in the very first over. In fact, on the first delivery itself. Gets across for another single. Doing it singles at the moment. Something's got to give. We'll have to try and score a boundary in each over. Gets it through the gap on the offside. Still giving it a chase, and there's some footwork towards the third man boundary. Gets 2 more added to the total. So Sunny Rahman was the batsman out in the first over. Saqib Hassan and Mahmood Hassan are running the show for the Bangladesh 11. They've got themselves up to 15 in 2.2 overs. Takes a couple of steps. A chance at the non-striker's end. And that would have been curtains. A desperate effort to get into his end by the batsman. You've got to get 10 in over from here on to get home. He takes the thickish inside edge and goes by the shot fine. Are they going to come back for a second? A chance at the striker's end. And looks like that has gone in the favor of Nepal. Was desperate to get the second, and a very good throw in the end, eventually bringing about his downfall. So number 2 departs for Bangladesh with 17 on the board inside 3 overs. Steers it down to the third man. Another single taken. And the pressure is going to keep adding up on the batsman. And striking at just over 6 in over. 71 to get in 7.2 overs at 9.68. And stuck to a very good line and length here in the first couple of overs, Nepal. And pulled away towards the mid-wicket region. And that's gone for a boundary. Towards the wide of the mid-wicket region, goes more towards the square leg. It's a timely boundary for the Bangladesh 11. A touch shot, takes a couple of steps out and gives it a full throttle. So that's the end of over number 3. It's 22 for the loss of 2 wickets. Chasing a target of 88. $66 more to get in 7 overs. Pretty much doable with 8 wickets in hand. Because Shrestha has bowled out a score of 2 overs, picking up a wicket and conceding only 13 in his 12 deliveries. McCurkey, the new bowler. And straight away, played towards the offside. A relayed attempt with the throw. Should allow them to come back for a second. Are they going to try and come back for a third here? It's good running. Shot and pulled away towards mid wicket. Good attempt with the field. Just a single. And Sohag, the new man in. Hassan will have to carry his bat through. He's faced 6 deliveries for 10, striking the ball really well. Here goes Kirky again. And doesn't carry to the fielder at mid-on. Another single. And 6 runs of 7, in fact, of the 4 deliveries. A large shot by the bowler. Had no support whatsoever from the keeper. Another couple added to the total. And leg byes given by the umpire. They need one big over to try and bring that required run rate down. And still need at around 9.3 and over. And cut away. And sent back, rightly so, by the non-striker. Now completed. It's 32 for the loss of 2 wickets. Going at 8 and over. Cooper, the new bowler, charges down the wicket. A slower one to start off the over. Saga Cooper didn't get a chance to bat in the first innings. And through the gap on the offside, and that one has raced away to the boundary. A good start for Bangladesh, getting a boundary in the first 2 deliveries. And that's what they've got to do. Got the boundary and try and make the most of this over. Build on from there. And goes towards the onside this time. And that's gone for a maximum. That was a good shot. Was in his arc. Coming in towards him, and all he had to do was pick the length and help it on its way. So 10 and 3 deliveries. Here's Sagar. Makes some room and access that offside field. It should be an easy 2. And Saqib Hassan has got himself to 21 of just 10 deliveries with 2 boundaries and a 6. And certainly that current run rate has gone up to 9.21. A touch slower in the air. The fielder catches it comfortably and throws the ball in the air in absolute delight. That's the wicket they wanted, and that's the wicket they've got. Sagar Kuwar strikes a slower one. He scoops that one high in the air, and the long on fieldsman makes no mistake in the end. So another one bites the dust for Bangladesh 11. It's 43 for 3 inside 5 overs. Just as when they were looking really good, Bangladesh 11, a well-set batsman who's been striking so well departs. They've got to do it all over again with 5 overs to go and 45 to get. And push a touch quicker. And that's going to be the end of the over from Sagar. He concedes 12, but it picks up an all-important wicket. Bangladesh 11, 43 for 3. Louisville, the new bowler. And Sohag, the man on strike. On 4 of 5 deliveries. He needs to get a move on here. And 1 big over is what they need. Bangladesh 11. Can it be this over? And slow right arm spin. By the looks of it, it's going to be a leggy. Waits for it. Guides it towards the deep point region. 43 more in 28 balls. A couple of good hits would bring that equation down in Bangladesh 11's favour. All they need, Nepal, is a couple of wickets and a few dot balls to create some pressure. We've got a long one in place. Mid wicket, deep point. Waits for that one, and again doesn't get the connection. It was short, asking to be hit. This time he makes a decent contact and taken on the bounce by the deep point fieldsman. Only be a single. He's rushing through this over pretty quickly. Louisville, just 3 runs conceded off the 4 deliveries. And still got 42 required for Bangladesh 11. And again, a player in a miss. Wanted to access that offside field through that cover region. It's been a great over under the scheme of things. Any over without a boundary is going to be a good over from Nepal's perspective. Goes towards the onside, and a desperate effort. Couldn't quite catch it. Has gone for 4 to make matters worse for the fielding side. It was slow, short, moves across and helps it on its way towards the square leg region. Seven conceded in that over by Louisville. It's 50 for 3 in 6. Still need 38 in the last 4. And down the track and doesn't get to the pitch of the ball. Gain a single to start of the over. One of these two will have to go really big now. So Hogg, 6 of 8. Has taken his time. Saeed batting on 5 of 4. And straight towards long on. Another single. And there you have it. That's exactly the point the long off fieldsman was trying to make. Just bowl well within yourself. Don't concede the boundary balls. Just keep it tight. And swing and a miss. And dot ball is well in goal at the moment. Just 3 runs in the over so far. And that equation is going to drastically change if there are no boundaries coming their way. A shot helped away. And missed by the fieldsman at a fine leg. It played towards the right of the fieldsman, whose position there. And a couple of bounces and into the rope it goes for a 4. A timely boundary for Bangladesh 11. Might have just got things a bit under control. Still got 30 to get. Towards the mid-wicket region this time. It'll only be 1. Are they going to come back for a second? They do so with utmost ease. So 2 runs to end that over. 9 coming off it. It's 59 for 3. With another 29 to get in the last 3 overs. Hurried away towards the batsman. Another single to start of the over. Gurki has bowled out. None for 16 for him in 2. So Hogg, 8 in 10 overs, 8 in 10 deliveries, beg your pardon. Last over for Bhatta. I won't mind the singles at this point in time. Just keep them the singles and stay away from their arc. Don't pitch it up into those areas from where they can try and access that wideish mid-wicket region. Down the track and out stumped. Was itching to go down the wicket and spotted that and fired one in. Missed the line of the ball and the angle, taking it away from the batsman, and the keeper just launches the bails off in a flash. Very timely wicket for Nepal. Just as when the batsmen were really looking to taunt the ball. Sohag, the ban dismissed. .27 is what they need in 15 deliveries. It's going to be a tight finish. About this Subhan Saeed. Still batting on 13 off 9 with 2 boundaries. It was a real struggle for Mohammad Sohag. Scored just 9 of 12. Namzad is the new man who joins Saeed out there in the middle. Good bowling by Bhatta. Picks up a wicket at a very crucial time. Takes the outside edge, runs it down the third man. Can they come back for a second? And decides against it. And Saeed wants to keep the strike to himself with just 14 deliveries to go. Can he produce one big shot in the over? Has he got the connection right? Taken on the bounce. Another single taken. There you have the equation towards your bottom right. That's in the air. Long on fieldsman, settles under it, and he's crossed it. That should have been taken. He put in all the hard yards. Ran a few steps towards the ball, and in the end, just palmed it down the ground. So Amjad survives. It's 64 for 4 after the end of 8. It's 24 required of last 12. Here comes the first ball of the over. In the air, wide of the fieldsman, and goes for a boundary. A very good start to the over for Bangladesh 11. 20 to get off 11. Again, doesn't quite get the timing right. He got in the gap, and that's what more important. Runs are more important at this point in time. And plays it late towards the third man region. Is he going to come back for a second? No, says Amjad. Saeed, beg your pardon. It's a 5 and 2. That's a very decent start. 19 to get off 10. Here goes Sagar. Played away towards the mid wicket. Are they going to come back for another two? Could be a touch and go. The throw wasn't as best as it could have been. A couple of runs taken. Two fielders on the onside in the deep. One long on, one towards the offside in deep point region. A flying slip. Oh, he's knocked him over. He's knocked him over. Saeed departs. Might have taken something on his way through and has castled the bails over. And number 5 goes down for Bangladesh. Saeed was looking so well, so good. Was batting really well. That puts some sort of pressure on the next arriving batsman. 17 to get off 8 deliveries. This is definitely going down to the wire. This should be a license to hit for the next couple of deliveries for the new batter in. A slow full toss. Got it away. There is protection out there in the deep. It'll just be a single. Brings Amjad back on strike. This is going to be in a tricky situation for Amjad now. Is he going to bat the last over, or is he going to try and get a boundary out of this delivery? A boundary is a must. He goes after it. Straight towards long on. Gets a single. 15 to get off the last over. And this game has definitely gone down to the wire. What a finish this could be. Can they deliver Bangladesh 11? Who is it going to be from Nepal? They're all set. Here we go. Last over, first ball coming up. Pulled away in the air. Fielder takes it on the bounce. They're going to come back for a second, a chance at the non-striker's end, and makes it quite well in the end. So 2 of the first delivery. And more importantly, Amjad back on strike. Looks to be the one who can get the job done for Bangladesh 11. Here goes Gautam. Takes a thick outside edge and taken. Well held in the end by the flying slip. And kudos for the field placing. He stuck to the man on the flying slip, and in the end, rightly rewarded. Was in the zone to be hit. Takes the outside of the bat and flies it towards a deep slip or a flying slip. Namzat, the man departs. And from trickier, it's gone to slightly tougher now for Bangladesh 11. And this ball has to go for a boundary, either a 4 or a 6. Goes Gautam. Swings, appeal from the bowler. 12 of 3. What are we looking at here? 2 sixes, 3 fours. Well, Gotham is just going to seal the deal for Nepal. Oh, he connects this time. It's in the air. Is it going to go all the way? It has gone for a maximum. What a strike under pressure. Absolutely top notch. Hassan there, giving the ball a full Monty. 6 of the very best. One more strike will do it. A shot goes over, and he has found a boundary. Is he gone all the way for a maximum? They are celebrating. That's gone all the way. What a finish to the game. 2 sixes in 2 deliveries. Bangladesh have won with a couple of deliveries to spare. A touch shot. Got himself into a very decent position and guides the ball over the third man region for a 6. Absolutely marvelous from Bangladesh. They managed to get themselves on the right side of results. They've won the game by 4 wickets, and what a finish to this fixture. Nepal had put in all the hard yards. They found themselves into a very good position to go on and win this fixture. A very decent last over to begin with, and those two deliveries and 2 brilliant strikes. One over the extra cover, and then one towards the third man region. It's a job well done in the end for Bangladesh, and that's the scorecard. Nepal, Pankaj Chand started off really well. 24 of 19 deliveries for him. Didn't get enough support from Magar, just 5 of 4. Nabeen, Kiran, Robin, and Jeevan Bhattarai all chipping in with some sort of individual performances, adding 87 in those stipulated 10 overs for the loss of 4 wickets. And from the bowling perspective, this is Nepal's bowling card. 2 wickets for Sagar Kuwar, 2 for 21 for him, a wicket apiece for Vikas Shrestha, Subarna Bhatta, and Arjun Gautam. And in the end, those 14 runs right at the bottom for Arjun Gautam that he conceded, turning out to be quite expensive, as those 2 crucial blows towards the very end cost them the game. Bangladesh won the game by 4 wickets with 1 ball to spare. That's a quick match summary. Pankaj, Robin, Jeevan, and Nabeen all chipping in. Shemul, Mahmood Hassan, Hussain, and Kaish Khan. Decent bowling performances for them. But for Bangladesh, Shakib Hassan, Saeed, Bilal Hussain, and Mahmood Hassan were the chief contributors. Sagar Kuwar picking up a couple. Vikash, Subarna, and Arjun wicket apiece. And that's the result that matters at the bottom of your screens. Bangladesh won the game by 4 wickets with a ball to spare. It's 2-2 for Bangladesh. Nepal, a bit of a heartbreak for them. They won the first game early in the morning. The second, going down to a very good Bangladesh side. The viewers who have joined in just now, this is the Embassy T10 tournament coming to you live from the Sano International Cricket Ground here in Japan. The games keep coming thick and fast. There's 8 teams competing, 8 matches. Games to be played on the 25th and 26th of October. So that's been my time here in the commentary box. This is Junaid Ahmed signing off.